the freak. And I had this conversation with the gym owner at the time, and he said, if you want to compete, he said, I suggest you've got your physique to a good standard, you get it to even better, and then you take gear, but you do it slowly, take your time, and that's what he did do. But when I look back on it now, I believe that if you're under the age of 21, you don't need gear. I think I started it a little bit too early because our natural testosterone is still in their body. So if I was going to give advice to somebody coming up in the game, I'd wait until 21 or after. But I took it because I believed, and I was right, that there was other people on stage that was taking gear. And if you've got to compete against them, unfortunately, that's the route you need to fucking take. And that was the reason why I did it. But I was lucky enough at that time to have sensible people around me that even though I did it a little bit too young, they didn't just sell me stuff just to line their own pocket. They actually, I mean, mate, you're going to get, if you're just starting out in the game and you just want a few D-ball, really, you're going to get an old school bodybuilder. It's just going to give you some of his, do you know what I mean? And not actually, you're not going to be paying for it. Yeah. But that was the reason why I did it.
Any young lads thinking about taking the first course, what would your advice be to them? After what I've just said, they've got their physique as far as they're going to go. They've decided that's the route they're going to go down. Then I would suggest always start with orals. And when I say orals, I would pick one to see how your body reacts to that. If you start thinking, right, I'm going to take D-bol, then I'm going to take test, then I'm going to take DECA, you're injecting a foreign substance into your body off the say-so of somebody else who isn't a doctor and who isn't qualified. When you look at it like that, how stupid that is. And we've all done it. Where would you get the stuff
from?
But
off of somebody who's not a doctor, who's not a qualified. So if you think you're about to inject a foreign substance into your body, you don't know where it's made, you don't know the cleanliness of it, you don't know the standards of it, you don't know whether the rules or what it is. Some people don't even get it off a person, they get it off the internet, which is even fucking worse. But let's just say we get it off of somebody who's not qualified, which we've all done it. How stupid that sounds. So if you are a beginner, you don't know what you're allergic to, what you're not, what you're going to have a reaction to, what you're not, and if you're taking 2 or 3 things, you don't know what's working and what's not. So what I suggest, you might have a different opinion, but you stick with one oral and you gauge yourself, take small amounts, and you start seeing different changes. Then you think, okay, I like that, or that didn't particularly work for me, I'd like to try this, or I'd like to try that. And then you do it. It's hit and miss, isn't it? You've got to use yourself as a guinea pig, but sensibly.
Yeah. I mean, I had a 15, 16-year-old lad ask me not long ago, I want to start.
You're Polish, yeah?
No, I'm German, Polish, English.
So you got German and Polish in you?
Fucked up mongrel, yeah.
Well, let's be honest, Germans and Polish people have been on fucking growth since the day they were born. They're all massive.
So
you were just born
Aaron's
on fucking growth.
Of the day.
Yeah, that's not racist, that's just a compliment. I wish I had German and fucking Polish in me. Have you ever seen a skinny Polish guy? Never. They're all just fucking massive.
Potatoes and shit, don't they? I don't know. What do Polish eat?
I don't know. Babies?
Pork and, yeah, maybe.
They look like it.
And the Russians.
Russians. It's why
Russian.
people. It's why people don't fuck with them. They're just fucking massive,
we
aren't they?
Eat hard stuff.
Anyway, going back onto it.
This 15, 16-year-old young lad, he asked me my advice. He said, I'm going to start some gear. I'm thinking about doing a cycle. What cycle do you think I should do? I sent him a picture of a fucking push bike and said the only cycling you should be doing is on a fucking push bike at your age. I didn't see it serious. That was my answer to him. What are you doing? You're 15, 16 years old. Your testosterone's just coming in. Do you know what I mean? You've got 4 or 5 years of extremely high testosterone. Get your ass in the gym, lift heavy compound movements, and look into your nutrition, what you're putting into your body, before you even think about looking at a steroid.
I had a 17-year-old lad come into the gym once. I went to visit that old school gym before it closed down. And a lad come up, he went, Aaron, can I just ask you a question? And he couldn't have been older than 17. I went, yeah, what's up, bud? He went, I've got some steroids and I'm trying to inject it. I just want to know the best place to do it. And I'm like, mate, you don't need it. You're too young. And this is what he said to me. He went, well, I just don't know which vein to put it in. I mean, I've got a fucking belt and I've got it round my arm. And I don't know. And I was like, wow.
Did you
stop.
buy this off a heroin?
Yeah. This is clearly not for you, this game. It doesn't go in a vein, mate. It goes in a muscle. He's like, Oh fuck! It's like, wow, man. Especially if you're somebody that does sell gear as a little sideline, or you've been in the game for ages, if you are going to sell steroids, you've got a responsibility as well. You don't just fucking sell it; you show them. Be responsible, because if you're going to help this person, stay healthy, the likelihood is he's going to continue buying off you in the future, because he's going to get good gains, and he's going to get the right gains. But don't fucking. Oh man, don't just sell them any old shit with the wrong advice, because it's only going to go wrong.